Hello everyone, welcome to Through the Lens, the podcast that takes you on a captivating journey into the world of photography. I'm Jagdeep Kaur, your host, and in today's episode, we are diving into the essentials of photography from understanding your camera to mastering the art of composition and harnessing the power of light. So, grab your favorite camera and let's get started. But before starting, let's discuss a little bit about what through the lens is. In photography, through the lens refers to the view captured by the camera lens. It's a way of describing the perspective or viewpoint of the photographer. Segment 1, Understanding your camera. Alright, let's kick things off with the heart of every photographer's toolkit. Yes, the camera. Whether you are rocking a DSLR, a mirror wonder, or even just your smartphone, understanding your gear is really very crucial. Before studying anything, we should know the basics of everything. So now, let's talk about the basics of camera. Aperture, shutter speed, and ISO, the holy trinity of photography settings. Picture this. You are shooting a stunning sunset and you want to capture the rich colors. Adjusting your aperture can make all the difference. It's like controlling the eye of your camera. Wider for more light, narrower for a crisp focus. So, to get an example, let's take a photo of sunset and see the difference before and after aperture adjustment. So you will see the difference made by the aperture adjustment. See what I mean? Now don't forget about shutter speed. It's like controlling time itself. Fast shutter for freezing action, slow shutter for dreamy landscapes. Let's discuss in detail about this. Basically, shutter speed is one of the fundamental components in photography that determines the duration for which the camera's shutter remains open, allowing light to reach the camera sensor or film. It plays a crucial role in controlling the exposure, motion blur, and creative effects in photograph. So basically, shutter speed is of two types: fast shutter speed and slow shutter speed. A fast shutter speed allows less light to hit the sensor, useful in situations with plenty of light. Basically, it freezes fast moving subjects, capturing them sharply without motion blur. Ideal for sports photography, wildlife, or any scenario where rapid action needs to be captured crisply. Now, what is slow shutter speed? A slow shutter speed allows more light to reach the sensor, suitable for low light conditions. It introduces motion blur, capturing a sense of movement in subjects or scenes. It is basically useful for creating artistic effects such as light trails in long exposure shots. Shutter speeds can be used creatively to convey a sense of time or movement. Long exposures can create smooth water effects, light trails, or capture the star's movement in night photography. When experiment with shutter speed, it's essential to consider the specific conditions of the scene and the effect you want to achieve. Understanding the interplay between shutter speed, aperture, and ISO will empower you to capture a wide range of capturing photographs in different situations. So, what is ISO? In photography, ISO refers to the sensitivity of camera's image sensor to light. Understanding ISO and how to use it effectively, it is crucial for photographers in various shooting conditions. So basically there is two types of ISO, low ISO and high ISO. Lower ISO values are ideal in bright conditions with abundant natural light. They produce cleaner images with less noise and are often used in situations where image quality is top priority. Next is high ISO. Higher ISO values are necessary in low light environments such as indoor settings or nighttime photography. They increase the camera's sensitivity to light, allowing for faster shutter speeds to capture action in low light. ISO is critical parameter in photography that allows photographers to adjust the camera's sensitivity to light. Choosing the right ISO setting depends on the available light, desired creative effects, and the specific requirements of the photographic situation. It is a tool that, when used thoughtfully, contributes to achieving well exposed and visually compelling images. Segment 2, Mastering Composition. Now that we have got a grip on our cameras, let's talk composition, the art of framing your shoot. Ever heard of the rules of thirds? It's like the secret sauce for a well balanced photo. Imagine your frame divided into thirds, both horizontally and vertically. Now, place your subject along these lines or at their intersections. Composition is all about leading lines, framing, and symmetry. These techniques draw your viewer's eye into the photo. Ever seen a photo where you can't look away? Yes, that's the power of great composition. Now, segment 3, Lighting Techniques. Alright, we have mastered our gear nail composition. Now, let's talk about the magic ingredient. Yes, that is light. Whether you are shooting in the great outdoors or creating a cozy indoor setup, lighting can make or break your photo. So basically, light is of two types, natural light and artificial light. Natural light is a photographer's best friend. The golden hour, that magical time just after sunrise or before sunset, can turn an ordinary scene into pure gold. Experiment with shadows and highlights to add depth to your photos. And don't shy away from artificial light. A well-placed flash or a soft box can transform a mundane scene into a work of art. So play with light, experiment, and watch your photos come to life. So there you have it. The essentials of photography, understanding your camera, mastering composition, and harnessing the power of light are the building blocks of great photography. So grab your camera, head out, and start capturing those moments. So in the end, I want to thank you all for joining us on this episode of Through the Lens. In our next episode, we will venture into the world of photo editing and enhancing your images. Until then, keep clicking, keep creating. We will catch you on the flip side. Happy shooting. Bye bye.
Thank you everyone to join us in the next edition of Through the Lens. In the next edition, we will discuss about two topics. The first one will be different kinds of photo editing tools and their features. The second one will be different tips and tricks for enhancing the images. Before we start these topics for the next edition, you have already learned about in the previous edition some of the topics like different um, lighting techniques, ISO, aperture, shutter, like this. Now we will discuss about the next edition. In the next edition, the first topic we will discuss about photo editing tools. So photo editing tools is a wide topic and there are different kind of photo editing tools available ranging from basic to advanced, catering to different user needs and skill levels. Like this, there are different kind of users. They are used basic features, basic editing tools, as well some of the users are used advanced level and advanced photo editing tools according to their needs and according to their skill level. So here we are discuss about some of the popular photo editing tools. The first one, which is widely used by most of the users, is Adobe Photoshop. Adobe Photoshop is a professional grade photo editing software with a wide range of features. It is suitable for advanced users and professionals. Now we will discuss some of the key features of Adobe Photoshop. The first one will be image editing. The Adobe Photoshop allows users to manipulate and edit digital images using a wide range of tools. In here, it includes cropping, resizing, rotating, and adjusting brightness and contrast. The second feature will be layers. Layers is the fundamental features used by the users and it used by to separate different elements of an image, making it easier to edit and manipulate specific parts without affecting the entire image. The third one is a selection tool. Selection tool is used by the user to select and isolate specific areas of an image for editing, filters and effects, which is users can apply a wide range of filters and effects to enhance or modify the appearance of image. It includes blurs, artistic filters, and color adjustment. The last but not least feature is the text editing. Text editing user used for a variety of font styles and formatting options in addition to the Photoshop. The next photo editing tools is the Adobe Lightroom. Adobe Lightroom is a Another Adobe product which is more focused on the photo organization and a non-destructive editing tool. It is also used by photographers for enhancing and organizing their photos. The third one will be Canva. Canva is a web-based design tool that offers basic photo editing features. It is a user-friendly and great for creating social media graphics, posters, and many more. The fourth one is a Snapseed. Snapseed is a mobile app developed by Google for both Android and iPhones. It provides a wide range of editing tools and filters, and it is known for its user-friendly interface. So these are the some of the photo editing tools we are discussing. So now further we discuss some of the tips and tricks and modern techniques which are enhancing or increases the images. So there are some enhancing images can be creative and rewarding processes. The some of the tips, tricks, and techniques that are user used for their images. First one will be basic adjustment. In the basic adjustment, it includes some of the parts. The first one will be brightness or contrast. Increase or decrease brightness of any image. It's depend upon the lightness and it just contrast to make the difference between light and dark areas more pronounced. The second one will be saturation or vibrance. Saturation control the intensity of all colors while vibrance adjusts the intensity of less saturated colors more than those that are already highly saturated. So intensity of the colors and vibrance is adjusted by the photo editing tools. The sharpness. Adjust the sharpness to enhance or soften the edges of any object in the image. The second is the color correction. Color correction is the next tips and tricks which include some of the presets, some of the filters. Like presets, some presets are built in the software. They are configured setting that can quickly change the look and feel of your image. And in the filters, there are some of we make the adjustment like brightness, contrast, color balance that can be applied consistently to multiple images for a cohesive style. In the color correction, there is a white balance. Correcting white balance is essential for accurate color presentation. Adjust the temperature to make the images cooler or warmer. Like images, the color of the image will be dark, which means like warmer, and if the color of the image is light, it means it look like cooler. So it's all changes made by the photo editing tools. Color grading, it involving giving your image a specific color, tone, or mood. For example, adding a warmer tone for a nostalgic feel or a color tone for a modern crisp look of an image. Some of the selective adjustments like masking selection. Creative mask or selection to isolate some of the specific area in your image. It allows to apply adjustment only to the selected region. Also, gradient filters. Gradual adjustments can be made using gradient filters. For example, you might darken the sky in a landscape photo without affecting the foreground. So these are some of the enhancing images, tips, and tricks which are used by the users to make the image more beautiful, more accurate. So, in this edition, we will discuss about some of the topics for the photo editing tools and images, tips, and tricks. So, I hope you will learn some of the important things about Photoshop and their key features. So now we will move further about the next part of the Through the Lens edition. Thank you.
So, hi, as you know a lot about with various techniques to get like click the pictures through various lenses, to understanding the cameras and editing those images by using various techniques and tools. So let's explore a different and intriguing topic of your podcast mini series, that is storytelling. So this time we're going to focus on the art of storytelling in a photography. So get ready to discover how every frame can tell a compelling story. So this is the time to unravel the narrative threads woven into each photograph. So just grab your cameras and the picture. Let's dive into the art of visual storytelling. So starting with the power of a single frame, yes, a single photograph can has the power to convey emotion, capture a moment in a time, and tell a story that words sometimes struggle to express. In this part, we'll explore how a well composed frame can instantly transport the viewer into a narrative. So let's get the example of street photography capturing everyday stories. So yes, if you wanna show like the hustle and bustle of the city life, just go into the cities and the streets and start clicking the picture where you see a lot of people. So where through their daily lives, what they do in their daily life from the morning to the evening, you will get a lot of pictures for the storytelling, and you can combine those pictures. And then street photography with its candid movement and human connection is a prime example. We'll discuss how photographers capture the essence of a story within the hustle and bustle of the city life. Additionally, we'll dive into the world of portrait photography and how it serves as a powerful tool for character portrayal. Each portrait can reveal a story about the subject's personality, experience, and emotions. Then, after that, creating visual narratives. Moving beyond a single frame, let's explore the concept of visual storytelling. How can a series of photographs come together to narrate a broader story or theme? For example, photo series documenting change. So, if you want to show some changes in any theme, person, or place, so start clicking the picture from the very beginning and then till the very end, whatever you can. So, you can see the changes that happen in the respective subjects. It could be any person, could be any place, could be any theme, story, whatever you want about. So from the beginning to the end, if you will have the picture, just grab the main picture where you saw the dramatic changes and then combine those, then it will convey a very good story. Moving beyond, let's explore the conceptual photography for abstract storytelling. So, on the other side, conceptual photography allows for more abstract storytelling. By playing with the symbolism and metaphor, Photographers craft visual tales that invite viewers to interpret and engage with narrative in a unique way. So, in this, we can tell the stories through the conceptual photography. Like we can do the photography on various concepts that are not real, can be imaginative, but we can attract the viewers to see our stories through the visuals. So this is a powerful tool. We can convey very broad meaning through the stories by using the conceptual photography. Then after that, the important aspect of storytelling is the techniques. Yes, techniques are also very useful if we wanna show the stories regarding any concept. So let's get started with the techniques of visual storytelling through the photos. So these are main, like first is the relevance. Like all the pictures that you're gonna show to tell the story should be relevant to each other. For example, if you're going to use 7 images in your story or 5 images, so the first and second image should be interrelated. There should not be a that much gap. If the first image is relative to the third image, the second is unnecessary. So remove that image because these images has the relevance in the continuous manner. And then also there should be a tension between each image, so all the images should grab the attention of the people who gonna view this. And also these all the images that you gonna use should show the movements. There should be there should be a change in each and every image so that people don't get bored or they don't say that we are using the same image. Yeah, oh, yes, the in the image, the place, people, and the concept will be the same, but there should be a movement. Like for example, if you're showing that the hustle and bustle of city life, we are continuing with that example. So in the first image, you're gonna show that in the morning what they are doing, and after that in the afternoon what they are doing, and in the evening. So in this way you can interlate those images and there will be the movement of the time in the activities. And then the narration. Yes, of course. Narration is not that much important in the visual storytelling, but if you can, so it could be a great fit for your storytelling. If you could narrate some words or some concept regarding those stories before starting with the storytelling. And then the focus. Your main focus should be on the concept that you are um, conveying to the viewers in the storytelling, not about the other different kind of changes or the details, but yes, you can explain those, but the main focus should be on the subject. So these are the main 5 techniques that you should take in mind while doing the storytelling through the photographs.